It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
On July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 became the first space flight to land humans on the moon. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin made history during the 20.5 hours they spent on the lunar surface. Almost 47 years later, at the age of 86, Buzz Aldrin continues to explore, inspire, and advocate for space travel. In his new book, No Dream is Too High, Life Lessons from a Man Who Walked on the Moon, Aldrin reflects on the journey that led to his role in the historic moon landing and shares the lessons he learned getting there. And joining me now here at the Space Shuttle Pavilion on the deck of the Intrepid Museum is Buzz Aldrin. Buzz, it's an honor to have you here with us. It really is.
Well, it brings back memories. Not being a Navy guy, I didn't land on carrier.
Definitely not a Navy guy. Read the book and you'll discover that that's true. Now, Buzz, this is a very interesting book in that it's both autobiographical and inspirational. You tell a lot of fascinating stories about your lives, some that surprise me, and in the process you share lessons that could help all of us make the best out of our lives. Why did you decide to write the book, and why in this way?
Maybe it's the same reason that I played a cameo with John Travolta in The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. That was one of the first public appearance sort of things. It sort of keeps me in front of the public as a versatile person, not just a staid old MIT bookworm or a Dr. Rendezvous,
which was your nickname.
Exactly complimentary.
Let's talk about you and Neil Armstrong. I mean, you guys couldn't have been more different, but the way you write about him in the book is as a brother would write about another brother.
When I first met him, I was visiting Ed White, because Ed had a house next to Neil's. And I go over to see Ed, and here's this guy roller skating around. Who's that? Oh, that's Neil Armstrong. Well, he was unusual, not that easy to get to know, according to other test pilots that I talked to. But when we were put together as the backup crew for Apollo 8, we worked very closely together. Apollo 8 was given the mission with Frank Borman, Jim Lovell. Well, Jim was with us for a while, with Neil and I. But Neil and I worked quite close together.
It's funny because a lot of people make, and you yourself talk about it in the book, about who was the first one to step on the moon and who was the second one. For a period of time, you didn't like being referred to as the second guy on the moon.
Always. The junior person had been the one that went outside, as I was on Gemini 12. Right. So there was the people that thought that's the way it should start with the outside activities that were relatively complex. It was a short period of time. But that's not the symbolic.
But you say you came to accept that. You came to accept that. How did you come to accept the fact that you were the second man?
You don't hear yourself wince every time. But I had a very bright, distant cousin, and he was paralyzed, but he would advise governors and others in California. And I would share with him, and he said, Buzz, you can't change history, just accept things. And I think acceptance, instead of objecting to the lousy deal I got, why me? You can't change things.
It's almost 50 years since you set foot on the moon. I can't believe that you didn't think that by now we would be much farther ahead.
There was in 1969 a space task group that looked at the future. The vice president was in charge of this, and there was a strong intensity of space travel, a medium and a not so strong. Even the not so strong reached Mars before the year 2000.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. So what happened?
We didn't know that much about
But what
going
happened?
there,
What-
but there was
yeah.
the spirit, see? The spirit
Why
then,
did the Spirit leave us?
public apathy. I gotta say that. There were other things.
So final question. What do you hope will be your greatest legacy?
A space futurist, or a futurist in space, a statesman for space. I'm a global statesman for space. Not just the U.S. We don't want to compete with China especially. Not just cooperate, we want to bring together to help the nations.
Well, Buzz, thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you,
Well,
sir.
thank you.